So, guys, today we're going to talk about the American Bible Society and how it shaped the 19th century and the history of that time period. The American Bible Society is a nonprofit organization. It was founded in May 1816 in New York City, and basically what they do is they publish, distribute, and translate the Bible and provide study aids for people who want to learn more about it. Basically, the way it started was a dude named Elias Bourdonnais saw the need for a national Bible society. So this dude was the president of a New Jersey Bible Society, but he felt that a national, basically, remnant could basically go around and hand out Bibles and move Bibles around the country and the nation more effectively. So they would go around, and basically he felt that this was better for non-settled areas on the American frontier where they were requesting Bibles to be delivered. More on the people who founded the American Bible Society. They were committed to the Word of God, and they opposed slavery, and they wanted it to be over and ended. So they were basically abolitionists. Now, what's important to know about that is that during this time period, it's the pre-Civil War period, where slavery is a big fight on whether the South economy should supplant the Northern moral values. So basically, people are fighting and discussing whether the South's economy should triumph the way that they're treating these slaves and that they have these slaves. So this is important to note, because a society like this, that's the Word of God, is opposing slavery, holds some weight with the people that support this religion, or who are Christian. So I think pre-Civil War, that helped out the abolitionist cause, and that showed them that I guess it heightened the movement, because this is 1816 when this is starting out. Civil War is 1860, so that shows that time period where stuff starts boiling up. More on the people who started the society. Obviously, I said Elias Bourdonnais was the first president, and it's important to note that he was also the president of the Continental Congress from 1782 to 1783. It's important to note that this society was started 35 years after the Revolutionary War. So most of the people in this society were in the Revolutionary War, key figures. Some of them are from John Jay, the first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. He was appointed by George Washington. So it's not far-fetched to think that people from the Revolutionary War were never involved in the society. And there were a bunch of other illustrious individuals like Daniel Coate Gilman, and who was the president of Johns Hopkins and headed up the organization at one point. And even Francis Scott Key, the writer of the national anthem, was the vice president from 1817 to 1843 in his death. So he was a big part of the society and how it was shaped. A little bit more about them is they used the King James Bible, and they were the first group at the time, and even to this day, that avoided textual corruption and what the reader was really getting. So you knew what you were, they wanted you to really be getting the word from God, not someone's translation of it, because people's translations could be different. They started things out like putting Bibles in hotels, and they provided pocket Bibles for people in the military, and that is a tradition still to this day that goes on, because if you go to a military place or a military base, they'll have them in a big bucket. Lastly, innovations that the American Bible Society had in hand was the being the first publisher to use the steam-powered press. Now, this is important because that made the press system faster, and was a big innovation. So them being the first people to use that was very important and faster for them to get their stuff across. They were also the first people to publish in Braille, so they could get reach a wider audience. They could print Bibles and give it to blind people, and they could hit more people that usually wouldn't be able to get newspapers, wouldn't be able to get Bibles. So that's really important. So they innovated on that. And one last thing, I know that I said that was the last thing, but they also helped the growth of immigration through all the Irish Catholics coming in, they did establish them as a Protestant based, but as time went on, they did open up. They did open up to Catholics, and they did open up to different branches, but they did establish them as a Protestant society at first. And when all the immigrants are coming in, they look for the one group that they can relate to, and this was that group for them. All right, that was just a little bit about the American Bible Society. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Onward, Group 2. Thank you.